Hey everyone, this is Jill Sabella with Sabella Styles. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to show you how to make this fun K-Cup holder using the Mary Cafe stamp set and the coordinating coffee cups framelit dies. Today I made a fall one, but you can do this for any season. I wanted to do the pumpkin spice. I have some pumpkin spice hot cocoa and pumpkin spice coffee that I thought was super fun for this time of year. I actually got them at Aldi, my favorite store. And today I'm going to show you how to make this easy treat holder. So let's get to it. Put that aside. Actually, let me show you some of the paper that I'm using. It is our new Painted Autumn Designer Series paper, and it has some really pretty designs. They actually coordinate with another stamp set that we have that I will be showing a video of later, but really some fun double-sided designs, very cute. So we're going to be using that again today too. So we can get started, and what you will need to start with is a piece of early espresso for the base of the K-Cup holder, and it measures at 2 3/4 by 11, and then on the long side it is scored at 1/2 inch, 2 3/4 inch, 4 1/4 inch, and 6 1/2. And again, at the end of my video, I will have all these measurements, so you don't have to stop the video and you can write them down then. We also need some crushed curry layers. We have two pieces. One is 2 5/8 by 2 7/8, and the other piece is 2 5/8 by 1 3/8. And then we have some of the Designer Series paper to layer inside of that. And this is measured at 2 1/2 by 2 3/4, excuse me, and 2 1/2 by 1 1/4. So you'll need those pieces as well. And then you'll need some scraps. This is another piece of the Designer Series paper. I got this, kind of looks like corn to me, but we're going to use that for the cup. And then we'll need a scrap of Very Vanilla. I think this is about like 2 inches by 1 1/2 or so, maybe 1 5/8, and the same size on the Early Espresso, and then a scrap of Tangerine Tango. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to. We're going to start with the stamping. First, you're going to take your scraps that you have, and you're going to cut out all of your pieces. You'll use your this piece of the DSP to cut out the cup. And you will use this piece of the espresso to cut out this piece. That's kind of like a wrap around your coffee cup. And you'll use this particular piece to cut out your Very Vanilla. And we'll do that before we stamp so that we can get it centered right. Sometimes these are finicky on this magnetic plate. And then also, this is the Tangerine Tango that we have. And I do want to stamp that before we actually cut it out. So you will need the lid stamp from the Mary Cafe stamp set. And I'm just stamping it on some Tangerine Tango ink. So just color on color. Stamp that down, and then you can go ahead and set it on your magnetic plate. Now this one, because they're kind of skinny, sometimes has issues finding, oh, it found a good spot on the magnet. So get that set. Gently place your top piece on so that you do not slide any of the magnet pieces, and you'll go ahead and run that through your Big Shot. And I have already done that, so I'll get my pieces out for you to see. There's our cup piece and our front, our wrap, and our lid. And now on this one, I'm going to stamp with the Hello Fall stamp, again with the Tangerine Tango. And I'm just going to center it. That's what's so cool about these photopolymers. We can center them right in and see exactly where you want them on your paper. So it's awesome. But I'm doing that. I did another one with apple cider too, in case you wanted to put little apple ciders. That's another cute way that you can do this. You can use apple cider instead. So if you don't have coffee drinkers or something like that. So those are your pieces, and we'll go ahead and get layering them. First, you're going to take the wrap piece and cut it in half. And then using your fast fuse, just put a little adhesive on the back of that. Ooh, let me get my fast fuse up here. And I'll set that on the top portion. I'm sorry, I'm battling like a cold this week, and I needed to get my videos done, so I'm just getting it done. And then I'm going to put this one down towards the bottom. And it will stick out a little bit on the edge there, so we'll just trim that. bottom piece. And then I'm going to use my adhesive and just stick the sentiment on the front of that. Right there. And then maybe just some glue dots for the lid, just because it's so skinny. It's easier to kind of stick those on with some glue dots. So just get a couple of glue dots towards the bottom portion right there on the back. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try it again. Kind of right there. Hope you can see that. There. And just stick your little lid on there. So that is the front. We'll set that aside just for a minute and get working on the box. What you'll need to do with the box is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to punch the hole that you will need for the K-Cup. What I'm using is the 3/4 inch punch, and I have it so that you can just slide it right there, hit it flush with the bottom of the punch, and center it from the left to the right. Make sure it's centered, and you just go ahead and punch, and it should punch a nice clean circle right there. Again, that's the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. So you have that ready. We'll go ahead and fold on all your score lines. And we're going to put a piece of tear and tape right here on the end. It will be on the inside. So make sure you fold, and you'll see that it will sit together like this. So you'll want to put your tape on this side of that little flap. Okay. And then we'll tear this off. Oops. And the best way to do this is just, since this score line folds nicely, just flush it up right there and then adhere your bottom piece, and it should do that nicely. And then you'll know you'll have a nice straight rectangle when you get the box put together. But now that you've got that, we can do our layers. And we'll need our crushed curry. Put the larger piece on top and center it. It has a very, very minimal edge of the espresso, so you don't need much showing, just a little bit to pop. And then we'll do this bottom layer that goes on the front. And over that we'll layer our, ooh, look, I got a scrap in there. Our DSP on the bottom. Okay. And then I'll do this one on the top. And just like so. And then I have this is our burlap ribbon, and it's just kind of a cute little accent. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive just to make it stick down a little bit, kind of as a straight line accent. And then I have a piece of our crushed curry baker's twine I'm going to wrap around. Not sure. I think this is 14.5 inches. And this, I really don't know how long it was. I just measured the width of the yellow, the crushed curry area. And then I just brought this all the way around and tied it in a bow. Love doing bows on videos. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. Oh, it worked. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to do. Sometimes you need something heavy. So that's that piece. And then we're going to go ahead and just pop this up with a dimensional on the front. Let me get to my dimensionals here. Maybe a couple dimensionals. And we'll put one there, one there. Okay. And just stick that on there. Right, like that. So the cool thing about this too is you can travel with these if you want to take them somewhere and you want to fill them later. They fold nice and flat, and then when you're ready to go, you can just go ahead and put your coffee or hot chocolate or whatever in it, and it's all set to go. A cute little fall treat for friends, coworkers, or family members. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I will put the directions on the end of my video, and if you'd like to visit my website, it is sabellastyles.stampinup.net. Thanks so much.